Hey everybody, Stephen Sebastian and Jessica Lamb. We do a podcast called Carpe Nerdium, and you're going to get to see a little behind the scenes on how it all works and what we do and how we do it, and kind of see a live podcast. So I'm on the computer, and what I'm going to do is play a little music for my intro, because I have an intro on my podcast, and then when that's done, we'll start talking. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
He hates these cans!
I'm not crazy. My mother had me tested.
Get those words there!
Come with me if you want to live.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Yes, you are, my friend. Yes, you are. Hi, everybody. I'm Stephen Sebastian, and this is my ravishing, lovely, sophisticated, takes no BS from anyone, Jessica Mother Effin' Lamb.
Hello. I'm here, as always.
As always. Well, not always.
I'm sorry
Actually,
it took so long.
Yeah, as
It's
always.
My fault.
You
Sorry about
do
that.
what you can.
I try.
So we have a lot to talk about. I mean, there are movies upon movies upon movies. We never got a chance to touch on Solo. If you do follow our podcast, we have not talked about Solo
At all.
at all. So we need to talk about that.
I'm kind of sad you can't see our little doodads.
Little doodads?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, our doodads.
It's okay. I'm gonna hold them up so people can see them.
Put
Here.
Groot on top of the boxes.
Yeah. And say Groot. Well, then he'll block me. I mean, I guess that's
Such a
okay,
diva.
but
I won't get my close-up.
I mean, I guess
No one
that's
will see
okay.
me.
Here we go. No, it's fine. It's
All right,
fine.
baby Groot.
It's
Now
fine.
watch, it's gonna fall off and shatter.
It's fine. What does it say on there? There's people. We're live. That's
We're live. We've got 2 people now. And we got
What's it
3.
say?
DL Payne is here. DL Payne. Put your hands together for Mr. DL Payne. Now, what's interesting is the people that are actually listening to the podcast and didn't catch the live video are probably going, what the hell are
is
they
going on
doing?
over there?
What's going on over here? So, yeah, you guys that can't afford a screen, I guess, we're doing a live Facebook. We're on Facebook Live, and we're broadcasting this podcast live. So if you're fans of the Will of the Force page, you could go to facebook.com and look up Will of the Force. Just do a search for it, and you will find it. Once you're there, you can like our page and follow it closely, and you'll get to see a whole bunch of cool stuff, including our podcasts, our movies, which we're going to get to, and a whole bunch of other things. So I'm doing a lot of rambling.
I know you are. I'm fighting this tree over here because it's blinding me.
What is going? You just wanted to get yourself centered between
No,
Baby Groot
but
and
look at this.
No, you wanted to be between Baby Groot and the pole.
Whatever. Here, I'll move
She is
back.
such a diva.
No, I'll
you're
move
fine.
back.
You're fine. You're fine.
I'll move back. It's fine.
Okay,
It's
so-
fine. It's the sun's not out here. Just I need the
I'm
cloud
sorry,
to
ladies
stay.
and
I need the cloud. I need the cloud to stay.
Don't break the equipment. Okay,
This
so
is why we can't have nice things.
that's exactly right. Okay, so as you are aware, if you follow our pages, if you follow our podcast, I
See,
am playing.
look. You don't see the sun on my face.
Can we just do the podcast?
Yes, I just. Oh, okay.
Wow.
It's in my eyes.
Okay, so for those of you that are completely new and have never heard of us or seen what we do,
Take a drink. Hold on. Before we do this, I gotta take a drink. Hold
Okay,
on.
we play a drinking game, so
It's non-alcoholic
in the
right now.
future, yeah, I'm drinking unsweet tea, but we play a drinking game. So in the future, when you watch these, if you want to have some alcohol or your favorite beverage or whatever nearby, anytime Jessica rabbit trails or I rabbit trail, or we just kind of go off into the woods and take a far left, and like the point we were trying to make's going this way still, and we're like headed over there, that's when you take a drink. So
Yeah, like it's pretty bad.
We've only done like maybe 3 minutes of this show, and we've already rabbit trailed like 4 times. So it's a good thing we don't really have alcohol in our cups.
Yeah, because
that would be
the show
horrible.
would never happen.
That would never happen. At the end of the show, I'd be like, okay, well, who the hell am I? Yeah, that would be me. But
Yeah, no, I mean, it would be a very different show.
very different show. So, but yeah, when one of us rabbit trails, or especially this one over here, rabbit trails, we take a drink. So we're going to talk about our movies, what we're doing as actors. Those of you, some of you know, I play Othar Jade, Mara Jade's father. That's always convenient. I got a text message or mail or something, I don't know. Anyway,
Would you like me to put your phone on silent?
I'm good.
Okay.
I play Othar Jade in Will of the Force, and she plays Callan Hentar in Will of the Force. Now, your character, and I'm sure we've covered this before, but your character is not a typical Jedi. I mean, she is a Jedi Knight.
I mean, she's a Jedi Knight, but she's not a very typical one, and she got a lot of poise and anger in her, but
for reasons we can't explain, because
Yeah.
it would be a major spoiler, you kind of lose faith. Like, at one point, you're
I think you had
diehard
described it.
for the code.
I think
like,
you described it at one point was a gray Jedi. I'm like between the two of them.
well, a lot of
but-
people don't like the term Gray Jedi. Some people are big fans of it. Some people don't like it. I personally like it because it makes sense.
I feel
and
like it's very black and white. Like
Well,
the Force.
people are
and-
gonna. A lot of people may flame us over this because
Yeah.
it's a big dissension among people. There's no such thing as a Gray Jedi. Gray Jedi do not exist. You're either light or dark. There's no in between.
Can't one of them just not care? Can't they just be
Well,
an anti-hero? Like,
As Obi-Wan said, only a Sith deals in absolutes.
I really wish I could read that. This stuff's so small. I really wish I could read it.
Stop looking. What? I can't read it.
I can't.
I think he said I look Kevin Smithy. That's a compliment. Thank you.
Well, hell, I wonder what
We're
I
losing
look
weight
like.
at about the same rate.
I wonder what I look like. Don't answer
Jessica.
that. I say don't answer that.
You look like Jessica.
Alright.
So yeah, Callan Hentar. Like I said, Gray Jedi. Rabbit Trail. Take a drink. We went off. Okay. So what was I going to say? What was I talking about?
Callan Hentar.
Totally. Yeah, Callan Hentar, Gray Jedi. Some people hate the Gray Jedi. Some people love it. I personally, like I said, agree with it because if you're light, you can still be good and be pissed about it. You know, people have emotions, and these are not Vulcans. They're not going to be able to suppress their anger, or they're going to suppress it to the point where they're going to bottle it up and they're just going to fly apart at the seams, as we've seen with Luke, as we've seen with so many others. They can't handle it anymore. It all comes out in a big torrent of horrific evil. Because anger is the direct path to the dark side. And so by bottling all of that up, you know, when it comes out, it's going to be boom. And that's why you get your Darth Revans and your, you know, Darth Vaders.
Yeah.
You know, perfect example is Anakin Skywalker. I mean, really, let's look at the a lot of people just look at the surface of a film, but if you really dig deep into the layers that George Lucas and his genius sewed into that, it's absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, it is truly amazing the way he wove this in, and that Anakin was good. He was the epitome of good. He wanted to be good, but because he had to bottle it all up, you know, he let a little bit of it out from time to time when he was yelling at Padme, saying, "It's not fair, he doesn't listen to me, he's overly critical," and now, a lot of you say, well, yeah, but Hayden Christensen was so whiny. I mean, I understand it's probably genius, but he didn't pull it off. He kind of did, because remember, this is whose father? This is Luke Skywalker's father. Luke Skywalker's father made the statement, "But I want to go to Tosche Station to pick up some power converters." So Lucas probably told Hayden, "Look, play it whiny. We got to have you be like your son. You know, because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree." So that's why he was so whiny. And people are always on Hayden like, "You played that so whiny." That was the point.
Incoming subspace
I sent
signal.
it to you by accident. That was my fault.
You
I'm
suck.
sorry.
You suck. She's texting me. Oh, you're ruining the show. You have ruined the show. Anyway, so my point is let's get back to the rabbit trail.
Can I though?
I don't care. I don't care. They're gonna judge you. They're gonna judge you.
Who's gonna judge me?
Everybody.
Why is that?
Like
are you gonna judge
two
me?
people that are watching.
Are you gonna judge me?
She wants to smoke a cigarette. You're a slave to nicotine.
Bitch, there's literally sun in my face, and I'm listening to you go off about Hayden Christensen movie when we should really be bitching about the younger actor, the child actor.
Oh God, he was horrible.
So can I have a cigarette? You're getting on you're setting off my anxiety here.
Where is it? I don't
They're
know.
right there, behind your cup.
Oh God.
Shit.
Jeez.
This kid.
Okay, so seriously,
Drink again.
no, I'm not drinking again.
Okay.
I'm getting iced tea drunk. But yeah, so Hayden Christensen played it whiny for a reason. I really believe that. Now, the problem with that character is that he had to bottle up all of his emotions. He had to keep all of this inside. He's keeping a big secret now. Because he's married, he's violating the code. And that's causing turmoil within himself, which is causing what? When you have turmoil in yourself, what do you get? Anxiety. So
Sometimes
anxiety.
I wish I had my bag of
And what
meds.
happens when your anxiety gets so high?
Oh, I go into a panic attack. Like I
But
straight up
that
panic
causes
attack.
anger and rage
Yeah.
and pissed off at the world, right?
Yeah.
Okay, see, so there's my point. On a very smaller 5'2" level, I like how I incorporated your height into that.
Thank you.
Yes.
I am a tiny little thing.
She is. But you did it again.
I got a big personality. What can I
rabbit
say?
trail, she throws
You
me off.
think I'm funny? I'm sorry.
She throws me off because I was making a point. I was making a point that Anakin had to fall to the dark side. There was no choice. The Gray Jedi is a Jedi that is basically able to let it out a little at a time. He uses anger to his advantage, but he doesn't let out enough to fully push him dark. It's been proven that you can go into anger and not completely fall to the dark side. Luke Skywalker did it. Vader was walking through the engine part of whatever room they were in, and he's like, "If you won't join me, perhaps she will." You know, and then he's like, "Never!" And he starts hacking away at his father. I mean, form goes right out the window. Whatever Yoda taught him as far as lightsaber technique, gone. It's just out the window. He is just hacking away at his father, and he's Tell me that does not look like anger.
No, it's more anger.
It's rage.
And rage and devastation that this has happened.
Right, exactly. So when you let it out like that, you're able to control it. That's what a Gray Jedi does. When you let it out a little at a time, you're able to control it. And that, like I said, that's Gray Jedi. I think they're really cool because they have the best of both worlds. You know, they're good. And I'll give you a little spoiler. It's not a huge one because there's other factors as to why you become Gray. And she starts off as a pure light Jedi. They all do. And then they get disheartened and they make a decision. Do I go dark or do I go Gray? If you have that option of going Gray, then you're good.
Take it.
You're going to take it. And her character witnesses the fall of the Republic. Like this movie takes place. It begins right around the time of Episode 2, between Episode 2 and 3. And for reasons I can't get into, our characters survive that somehow. And it's safe to say they survive Order 66 because it goes beyond that into the area between 3 and 4. Our movie spans about 20 years in scope.
So I would
And it's a
imagine-
Mara Jade origin story. I mean, we've got to tell the story of Mara Jade from a baby to, a teenager.
Yeah.
But she witnesses the fall of the Republic.
Yeah,
She witnesses all of her friends die.
She's what, like, how old when that happens?
She's in her 20s.
Yeah. And then, so our movie spans, what, 20 years? How old would Callan Hintar be?
By then, at that point, she'll only be 5 years older than when she was a Jedi. Only 5 years have passed at that point in the film.
Okay, I just wanted to make
When
sure.
we're talking about when we meet Callan Hintar. 5 years pass before we meet Callan Hintar. Now, like I said, her character's seen some shit. She's seen the fall of the Republic. She's seen her friends die. Her master goes insane and loses his mind.
Pretty messed up stuff.
It's pretty messed up stuff. I mean,
bad backstory.
Everything's messed up, and they've got this emperor who they thought was the good guy.
We lost somebody.
And he's now the bad guy, and everybody, is hating their life right now because they're like, what the hell just happened? How did we get here?
Yeah.
That had to be a real head scratcher. And like, how did this happen? But
cooler point. Can I tell them about my lightsaber?
No.
But I
They're
want
going to see it though.
This.
They're going to see it. Okay, yes, we are going to. Okay, well, how do we do that? Okay, well, she uses a really cool lightsaber.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. You have to see the teaser, which the teaser will be released within a matter of a couple of weeks. I know I keep saying that, but really, I've seen it. It's like with the laser beams edited into it and the blaster bolts and everything. It's like
it's gonna be good.
Lightsabers and everything's coming together. So it's just about ready. We basically have to color grade it and balance the sound, and we're done. And we've got it. A little bit of tweaking here and there on the VFX, but not by much.
But yeah, so we were filming this really awesome scene that you're gonna see in the trailer, and I slipped and overcompensated and smacked myself right in the face.
Hit herself so hard with this lightsaber, it echoed through the woods we were shooting in. Like, we didn't know what had just happened. We were like, what was that? What was that? And she's like standing there wobbling,
No, I didn't wobble
for
at
a
all.
second,
I just went
did.
straight forward. Yeah,
Oh,
I guess I wobbled straight forward, and I was just like, bad word I can't say on live.
Yeah, there were a few of them. There were a few bad words.
People tried to comfort me. I'm sorry I was such a bitch. I'm sorry.
Yes. Well, considering, but she looks up. She's holding her head down, and I'm like, okay, she hit her head with the lightsaber. I've done it before. We've all done it before.
She's fine.
She's fine. I mean, it's gonna sting a little bit, but she's okay. She picks her head up, and blood is running down her face.
Seeping down my face.
Like flowing down her face. She had clocked her eyebrow just in the right spot up here on the ridge.
Here, I'll get up and show.
Where it just bled, and that's a bleeder.
This is like what? How many weeks later? Like a week and a half?
Week and a half.
Yeah.
Bring your head down a little bit. See it? That little scar? It looks little. It's like really tiny.
But there was so much blood.
But yeah. And the thing about it is I'm looking at her face bleeding, right? And we had an EMT on set. We have an EMT. Yes, we have an EMT on set. So he grabs her and he's looking her over, making sure she doesn't need stitches and whatever, and she doesn't need to go to the ER. I'm thinking to myself right now, like, oh my God, we're not going to get this shot today. Like, I went straight into director mode, and I was like, well, we're not going to get this shot today. I wasn't upset about it. I was worried about her. I was concerned about her safety, but I knew at that point I'm going to be calling this, and we're done for today. This chick walks over and says,
no, we're going to get this shot. Everybody shut up and get in place.
And we didn't touch her makeup because she just bled.
I said, I fucking got that. Oh, I'm sorry. I said, I got this, and we just started filming, and we did it, 4 or 5 times?
4 or 5 times. Blood is now drying on her face. She stopped bleeding.
And sweating. It cauterized a little bit.
Yeah, she
or
looks
clotted
like,
or whatever.
Dude, she's like, I'm telling you guys, this chick was heroic. And you can see it in her performance. Like, you can hear the pain in her voice and see it in her face.
I also want to thank, real quick, all the pirates that were there that laid in the ground. Laid on the ground and got all those things on them.
In a forest.
I got a couple
of. What was that? Who got the spiders on them? There were like 5 spiders on somebody.
What is his name? I'm so horrible with names. He is in the torture scene.
Oh, Lewis.
Lewis, yes.
Oh yeah, Lewis had
spiders on him, and I got all the spiders off of him before we were filming. I tried to go through and make sure, like, after they fell, like when we started refilming it, I tried to make sure that they didn't have any bugs on them or anything. He had like five Black Widows on him. It was nuts.
Brian Nicholson, if you're watching this or if you watch it in the future, Brian Nicholson is our director. We need to have somebody with a camera. I mean, a video camera of some kind, shooting constantly, because those are moments that the behind the scenes stuff we did on that day.
Yeah, it was worth it.
If someone had been rolling camera,
it was worth it.
It would have really looked like, it would have been a movie unto itself.
And the best thing I liked about it, like the best thing I liked about that day is we all really worked together. Like we all took care of each other. you know, out in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like we really did come together as like a set that day. I felt very, you know, fluid with what we got when it came to shots.
Right, and one of our actresses, I won't mention any names because I'm not here to pick on anybody or make fun of anybody or embarrass anybody. But one of our actresses came over to me and she goes, like we're in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, and she goes, I gotta pee. And I looked at her and I went, okay, because I'm like worried about her. She's bleeding out as far as I know, because I hadn't heard what was going on yet.
No, it was good. Mama raised a
messed up she
survivor.
was. Whether or not this thing was going to open up on her and start really gushing, and then it's like,
It
oh,
still would have
crap.
been great. I still would have shot through it. We would just
Yeah,
had
but
to
we're shooting
scrap
Star
the
Wars,
rest
not
of it.
Carrie.
Scrap the rest of it. No. I think it's cool. I mean, I get a cool lightsaber, therefore I should be able to bleed in there.
Oh, and when we shoot the pickup scenes or the next scene after this, I can just bash you in the
Yeah,
head.
just hit me in the head. It's fine.
Bam. She's taking one for the team.
Or we could go.
We could hit the other eye, and then that we have match set.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
No, because then to make it, to make it better, I'm gonna have to draw my eyebrows that low, and I don't want to bring them down here.
Exactly.
That would just look so weird.
You'll be a cartoon character. You are a cartoon character.
I am a cartoon character, but I would definitely be more on the way of.
You're right about that sun. I keep squinting because
I told
I keep
you.
getting hit with these random like rays of sunshine. I'm like, that's my life.
I mean, that's
how
good.
wonderful
That's
my
a
life
good
is.
thing,
My
right?
life has
But
become so wonderful. I get
damn.
showered in little rays of sunshine.
It's what happens when I'm around. I'm sorry.
I know. It's like I hang out with her and there's just rays of sunshine.
That's what I do. It's really what I do.
She hugs her tree every day.
It's right over there.
It's right over there.
It even looks like it has arms.
What's his name? What's your
Okay,
tree's name?
stop. Rudy. Anyway.
Okay.
That was good. You know it was good. You have to
good.
acknowledge
that
it.
was very good.
Okay.
You shot my hair. That'd be your character.
I'm sorry. I'm trying really hard not to laugh right now.
Why?
Because it was so funny. I cracked myself up. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Okay.
Hold on. I need to fill my glass a little bit more.
Yes, you do. So where were we?
I'm such a thirsty person. I brought my own jug.
Okay, yeah, so she's seen all this crap and everything, and it's been really hard on her because, so she uses that anger to her, like I said, to her advantage. Now, basically the way it works with her character is she's good, all right? She's loyal to the Republic, and she is on the light side. But she's pissed. And she hates the Empire, and she hates the Sith, and she wants to destroy them. And it is pure hatred. And she'll never fall completely to the dark side. She'll never become what she hates to that degree. I mean, she won't. She hates them so much she would never become them. So she never really falls. She just kind of flirts with them really heavy. Like a
I walk the
drunken
line.
sorority girl that just got her license.
Oh, you could say that, but I can't say the F word. You can make illusions like that, but I can't say the F word.
I'm just saying, it happens.
You disgust me.
I don't think they can hear us.
I don't know.
Can you guys hear us okay?
Yeah, can you guys hear us? There's only one person watching. Aw, hi DL.
No, that's not real blood. I mean, we duplicated it with makeup. We can't tell them it's real blood.
Why not? Why the fuck not?
People are going
Why
to be
not?
throwing up on their phones. Some people really are squeamish about that stuff. Like
Well,
they can't see blood.
can we do this? Are we gonna keep rabbit trailing?
Yes. It's not rabbit trailing. I'm telling you that's where...
Oh, rabbit trailing my ass.
I'm still talking about the same topic.
Whatever.
Now we're rabbit trailing. We rabbit trailed about rabbit trailing.
Whatever.
How did that happen? Did that just happen? We just rabbit trailed about rabbit trailing.
What did I ask you? Should I wear a Alice in Wonderland shirt or a Pokemon shirt? You rethinking the wardrobe, ain't you?
I'm rethinking the wardrobe. You should have. Yeah.
Thank you.
We're way down the rabbit hole
Thank you.
now. We're down to one person. Like
I don't even think he's still there.
Everybody left. They're like, oh my God, these guys are stupid. We're really not. We know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We just have a hard time articulating it.
We're also doing it at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes, and it's hot, and we're outside, and
What else? What else are we talking about?
Baby Groot. Look, Baby Groot's bored. He's like, Baby Groot's bored.
I would like to acknowledge my space buns
Yes, you have space. She has space buns.
in tribute to us talking about Star Wars.
I want to make a Spaceballs joke so bad. It's a movie.
I know, I hate you so much sometimes on a personal level.
Wow.
I really don't, but
No, it's really cool. Okay, so where were we?
you're still talking about Callan Hintar.
Callan Hintar. Yes. So she's, she is what she is. Anyway, okay, so on to the next. What's next? We're going to be doing a trailer soon. I think I told you that. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it.
Can I say this to him, DL?
What did he say?
Can I tell him? Are you there?
It's not popping up on mine.
I'm not watching that.
What are you watching?
He texted me.
Oh, gotcha. All right, so you wanted to talk about Solo.
I do want to talk about Solo, but I want to know what. Can I check it on here? What they're saying?
You said actual blood.
No, there's been more than that.
Oh, well, you could watch the Facebook
hold
Live on your phone.
Hold on, wait, here. There's comments right here. Hold on. There's 2 people viewing it. I'm one of them, I guess.
Now you are.
Yeah.
Okay, so while she's doing that, for those of you that haven't seen Solo, this is going to be spoiler filled. If you haven't seen it, it'd be worth seeing. It tanked in the theaters, as people were saying, and that's really not, well, I don't want to say it's not fair, it's very fair. Disney got greedy, and they pushed way too hard. I mean, 2 movies within 5 months of each other, I would understand if it were a sequel, if they were releasing 8 and then 9 in May, because people don't want to wait to find out what happens, but these are 2 totally separate stories. And people were just like, oh. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I'm trying to figure something out.
what are you trying to figure out?
Who's that guy?
Oh, he's a fan.
I don't know if Rob is still watching, but thank you for calling me cool.
Oh, Rob called you cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Rob knows cool.
DL said that you look Kevin Spacey with a cap, but minus 100 pounds. That's a compliment.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Kevin Smith. I'm sorry.
Not Kevin Spacey. Don't compare me to
bad.
Kevin Spacey.
I love Kevin Spacey. Listen. Outside of that drama shit, he's still a good actor.
Oh, well, yeah. That doesn't take me.
Well, listen,
That's a whole other topic
Well,
that we're probably going to cover on Rabbit Hole.
I would say
cover that on
Bill
Rabbit Hole.
Cosby may have done some messed up shit, but he still was funny.
We'll cover that. At the end of our
You'll stress me
podcast,
out.
towards the end of our podcast, we do what's called Rabbit Hole. Rabbit Hole is where we just dive into the rabbit hole and we go wherever. We've kind of been rabbit holing this whole thing where we've just been going all over hell.
Not my fault.
That's one reason we probably should think about scripting this thing a little bit.
Making more structure. But
I
okay.
like just off the top of that.
Han, are we talking about Han?
Yeah, Solo.
Okay.
Great film. If you haven't seen it, stop this
It's
now.
a good film. It's a good film. I'll give it credit. It's not the Han Solo movie I wanted, but then again, Disney owns them, and Star Wars has always been a family-friendly type movie, movie deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, I obviously couldn't get my rough and tumble, rough, tough Han Solo bare bones.
Could you
movie.
imagine if Tarantino directed a Star Wars Han Solo film?
Oh my god.
Do you know what that would look like?
That would be amazing. I would be so happy. Could you imagine that?
Because they have talked about, now listen to me, they have talked about, Disney, if you're watching, please take my advice. Go with this. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Huge fan. And you guys out there, if you're watching this, you guys could contact Disney and give them this idea. I don't need any credit for it. It is what it is. But, I totally lost it. I had this huge thing.
Tarantino.
Oh, yeah. If you guys were to get Tarantino to direct one of your films, and you've already acknowledged that it is canon that Mace Windu survived that fall, so you can have Samuel L. Jackson in a Quentin Tarantino Star Wars.
It's like a dream come true. We were talking about this earlier, how I love Tarantino movies. That's a dream come
Just
true for
marinate on that for a
me.
minute.
Say Star Wars Star Wars by Quentin Tarantino, you know.
You know?
I said, you know. What does that say? Oh, someone else is watching. Okay. No, I mean, Quentin Tarantino, that would be fucking rad. Like, I mean, I really would, I said it.
You are way too far away from it.
I mean, I think that would be really awesome. Like, that would be amazing. Like, that would be my favorite out of every single Star Wars movie ever made. Just because they could take the liberties that they wanted.
It would be so R-rated, though. I mean, like, Disney would never...
Oh, they would have to rate... They would...
I mean, Disney's done R-rated movies before. They have. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
But do you think that they would branch out and do that with a family film? I mean, do you think they would do it for our generation? I mean, I think our generation wants to see this. Like, I think our generation would want a actual R-rated Star Wars movie. I mean, that's what I wanted with Han.
Sequel.
Like, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, that's what I wanted with Han.
Here's my dream thing, okay? As Quentin...
Or I'm sorry, Solo. I keep calling it Han. It's Solo. My bad.
We got Ron Howard on Solo. Great. Fantastic. One of the best. One of the masters. Now imagine sequel. Imagine the sequel to that, okay? Where you've got Quentin Tarantino directing a sequel to Han Solo where he goes to meet Jabba the Hutt and this and that and all of that stuff, right? He continues on with the journey towards and ends up in the cantina on Tatooine. So Tatooine would be the next place he would go, and spend a few years there doing his thing and being a pirate. I'd love to see that, and like I said, Tarantino doing that. Mace Windu survived. He would still be alive and well and relatively young. I mean, in his 50s, 60s. He wouldn't be that old. And he'd be able to take names and kick ass. And if they made him a little nuts, that'd be even better because, I mean, it's Samuel L. Jackson in a Tarantino movie. Let's make him a little nuts.
It'd be amazing. Like, I wouldn't even be able to handle it.
Like, I wonder what the Star Wars version of the F word would even sound like. It would be some kind of language like...
I feel like they would still use it.
Because they say, what do they say for Pollo? It's that one where he's Bantha Poodoo.
Yeah.
You know, he's basically calling Bantha shit.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I feel like it's Samuel L. Jackson, and I feel like Quentin Tarantino would be like, you know what, just say it. Just say it.
Do you think Ichuta was their F word?
No, I think that was eat shit.
You think so?
I think it was eat shit.
Okay. I always thought
Ichuto?
Ichuta. When that character in Jabba's palace, I think it's Jabba's palace.
I'll have to watch it again. I have the DVDs inside. I can watch it.
It
doesn't matter.
Somebody's basically telling someone to go F themselves.
All I want to know is what he would do with that universe, because it's just, oh my god, it's Quentin Tarantino.
I know. And Sam Jackson.
And Samuel L. Jackson in the same room. And I mean, who else would they? I mean,
they would have to give John Travolta a role. They would have to. They would have to make him.
He would be like a.
They'd have to make him a pirate or something.
Yeah, like a pirate, or like someone in the, or like, I'm thinking someone in Power.
I am kidding, by the way. That would be a horrific idea. I think that would look really stupid. John Travolta does not belong in Star Wars.
Maybe a stormtrooper, therefore we don't know it's him.
Yeah, but we'd know it by the voice. Hey, how you doing?
You wouldn't know. Shut up. He was actually really good in, what's that movie called? From Paris with Love? It's not a romantic comedy or anything like that. It's actually like a really violent movie.
Well, Grease, you know, there's a fan theory roaming around. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this or not, but
it's just the dead theory.
It's the dead theory that when he's singing, if you guys, I'm sure many of you have seen Grease, not all of you. But for those of you that haven't seen this thing floating around the internet, I didn't come up with it. I just happen to agree with it and think it's cool. Is that when he's singing "Summer Nights," you know, he says, "You nearly drowned" at one point in the song, doesn't he?
You nearly drowned.
He tells her, you know, you nearly drowned, and I think she did drown that summer. She died that summer. She was dead, and that entire film is what's going on in his head. Like that's what he sees, and it's like moments before he offs himself, because some of it is a little bit weird, some of it is a little bit fantastical. I mean, the pink lights with the beauty school dropout, you know, that was a little ridiculous, and that seems like that would be a dream that wouldn't be reality. The other one is Grease Lightning. I mean, the car and the dance routine and all of the things going on there. So this was all going on in his head as he was dying, because he drowned too. And that's why the car flies off into the air in the middle of, at the end of the film. It just flies off into the air.
Yeah.
He's dead. They're both dead. They're both dead. He's dying. She's dead. She's actually dead, and he's dying.
I just want to... Can we get back to the Quentin Tarantino thing? Because that's all I want right now.
I think we covered it.
Okay, that's fine.
Now, Quentin Tarantino is rumored to be doing a Star Trek also.
Oh my God.
Well, I say also. He's not doing... That is fake news, my friends.
Yeah, no, he's not doing that.
He's not doing
No.
If you guys are tuning in late when we're talking about this, no, they've never even suggested that. Like, that's not even been an option on the table.
No.
I'm totally making this shit up. What I'm telling you is that I think it would be cool if
an
they
I
did.
wish situation.
If they did it, that would be cool. But
Yeah.
I'm not... Hey, Justin, I'm not...
Hey, Jennifer.
Yeah. That's never going to happen. Or
It might happen.
If it does, I'll be the one going,
Listen, if
I
he
said
does,
that.
if the rumor about him doing the Star Trek film is correct, and he does well with that, there's no telling.
They could, but they've never mentioned it. We've never heard of it. So.
Hey,
It is what it is. But on to other
I
things.
can wish and I can dream.
Solo.
Oh yes.
So,
Okay.
Those of you that have seen it, God, can you imagine those poor people that like turned off the video when I said turn it off like 10-20 minutes ago and said if you don't want to spoil Star Wars, tune out now. And they got to see none of this. So you guys
Yeah.
are the privileged few. So, hey, if you're gonna go spend your money and go to a Star Wars film, you deserve a little extra.
Yeah, it's a good film.
It was.
I enjoyed it for the Disney film that it was. I mean, of course, like I mentioned earlier, I'm 28 and I want some, grunge and a little bit of gore with my story told of one of my favorite Star Wars characters, but of course, it's never been that way. Therefore, I mean the old ones, 4, 5, and 6, they were a little bit edgier than the new ones.
This was Disney-fied. Yes.
Yeah, it was very Disney-fied. Because I don't think he would be that much of a pretty boy coming out of it. Like I don't, and I'm sorry, but Childish Gambino, I love him so much, I really do. I just thought that his character needed to be 10 times more arrogant and have better lines.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They threw away that character, and my thing is, my hope is that he is in the rest of the stories. He's in the other movies. Like, that's my hope, is that he's in the other movies. Because,
entirely possible.
Because when you think about it, I mean, they could do any number of adventures with him and Chewie and whoever else is on the ship, and really add on any characters that they want to in there, new or not. And I mean, anything leading up to him being put in the amber or the carbonite.
Yes, Han Solo was dipped in amber.
Hey, listen, sometimes it could happen. They could have it in space. Don't act like that.
Amber, you just lost all your credibility.
But I don't care. Ichuta. That's right. You sit over there and you whine about it. But anyway.
Watch Friends?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, they could do any number of avenues with those adventures with Han and whoever, and I really do hope they use Childish Gambino's character again, because isn't he there in some of the what am I thinking? What was the movie? It was
Solo.
No.
What?
Anyway, it doesn't effing matter.
I don't know where you went with that. You just rabbit trailed.
No, I fell off the cliff in my head.
You left me sitting on the path going.
I fell off the cliff in my head.
You ran off the cliff, and I'm sitting back at the road going, "Come on, Jessica, let's go." We're already 38 minutes into this thing.
Would you shut up?
We haven't even covered Solo yet. No, I mean, I like that we got to see what they meant by, because it was always a running joke.
Yeah.
For years that he made the run to Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs, and the running joke was that the parsec is a unit of space, a unit of distance. It's not a unit of time. And so years, we were like, that's so stupid. That's like such an obvious mistake. And then to compound it in The Force Awakens, when he strengthened it, he doubled down on it. Like it wasn't just a mistake or a slip of the tongue. He doubles down on it in Force Awakens, and he says, she goes, you're the ship that made it in 14 parsecs. And he's like, it's 12. So they doubled down on it, and I'm like, what the hell? This doesn't make any sense. And then we got to see, of course, that, you know, what am I looking for? I don't know anymore. I was reading what Jennifer said.
I'm sorry, I was too. I'm not gonna lie.
I totally got distracted.
She said, fucking Darth Maul. Only thing I didn't like.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I liked it. I literally almost came up out of my chair. I mean, I was like, no way. That's Maul. Like, holy crap. And I knew he was alive because I watched Clone Wars and knew what was going on. And watched, all that stuff. So.
Have you heard the rumors of the Boba Fett origin? Is that a real thing?
I don't think I think they scrapped it.
Did they scrap it? Because I mean, that would have been so much fun.
They scrapped all of them except the trilogies. That's the only thing.
That would be so much fun. It really would. Like I would really love to see a Boba Fett origin.
I think it'd be boring.
I
mean, he's an awesome character. Don't get me wrong, but how much could he possibly do? I mean. I don't see Boba Fett having much of a personality. I mean, unless they would have to get the actor that played Jango Fett in the prequels. Or no, the person that played the clone. Who played the clone?
I can Google it.
Don't worry about it. The person that played the clone troopers, that face, that guy, that actor, whatever his name is, and you guys probably will know it.
I mean, it's Disney. They can revamp anything.
Then it would be like he would be able to interact with his helmet off.
It could be the origin of how Boba Fett became to be, being like going more in depth with the clone stuff and everything.
Right, but what I'm saying is that we've seen what Boba Fett really looks like, what his face looks like, because we've seen the clone troopers.
I saw all the Disney princesses as cartoons at one time, and now they're becoming real.
Right, but you can't, for continuity's sake, you can't have him look one way in one film and totally different in another.
Disney can do whatever they want.
Yeah, I got it.
As I say, Disney legitimately could do whatever they want. They are so rich.
And they don't care.
And like I've said in a different podcast, if you haven't heard it, is that straight up, if Disney put Deadpool and Miss Marvel, I would walk to them and hand them my money.
No, yeah, definitely.
I would walk to them and I would be like, here's Scrooge, take my cold hard cash and put Deadpool in the movie. I've said that before, but I just wanted to reiterate it.
I would. I know. I would love to see that too.
But I enjoyed Han for what it was. Like I said, the whole movie I was slightly disappointed because, we know
the story.
I know the story, but and I wanted. Damn it! I wanted my guts and gore. Like I wanted it.
The droid was as
the droid.
Star Wars.
The droid was amazing. Okay, let's give a shout out to what is her name? She's in Game of Thrones. Isn't she the voice of her?
No, that's the girl who plays Tira.
Who's the voice of
Kira, rather.
Who's the voice of the drone?
I don't know her name. Anyway, she's gonna look it up. But yeah, that droid was awesome. I mean, it was basically an R2 unit. I mean, if you look at the details on the shell, it has very R2D2 characteristics. She's almost like an R2 unit that can walk upright, which is really weird and creepy, but it worked.
What was the thing's name?
And I thought it was
what was
really
her name?
Cool. I don't remember.
Damn it.
But yeah, it was an impressive film. Like I said, was it something we really needed? No, we didn't. We knew the story.
I don't know who this woman is. But
I like that they explained, back to what we was originally saying, they explained what a parsec was and how it worked. It wasn't as big a screw up as we thought it was, because the story is interesting that he had to go around the maelstrom, and that took 18 to 20 parsecs. You don't go through it, which is only 12. And he's the ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs. I'm explaining to you something you already know, I'm sure.
Her name is Phoebe Weber or Waller.
Never heard of her.
Hold on, Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
I've never heard.
She's a British actress. All I know is she did a great job.
Yeah,
the robot was hysterical.
That droid was hysterical. I mean, I love the attitude. I love the fact that it was snarky. You know, that is so...
She was great. She was my favorite part of the movie, to be completely honest with you. Next to Childish Gambino and honestly, young Chewie. I liked young Chewie.
I liked Kira.
I liked Kira. Yeah.
She's got...
I liked what happened between the two of them. I liked the interaction that they had.
I like that she works for Maul. And it's like, he's running that crime syndicate. And it's like, he's not a Sith Lord anymore. Like, he retired from Sithiness. He's just a pirate, basically.
Yeah, basically.
For lack of a better word, he's become a pirate. Mercenary. You know, gun for hire kind of thing. All that stuff. So he doesn't care. He's not aligned to anybody, and he would love to get his hands on Sidious.
Basically, what I was trying to get at is that, you know, it's an excellent movie to take your kids to introduce them to Han.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and especially if your kids saw the old ones beforehand, then you know it's a good family movie to watch. If you're our age and you know anything about Star Wars, then you know I think we all wanted that kind of movie, the ones my age. But but we both have to remember it's Disney, and I knew I wasn't going to get it because Star Wars has never been over PG-13.
PG-13.
Yeah, it's never been over PG-13, and while I think they could have done a PG-13 version of it,
I think it was.
I mean, was it?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Well, then there definitely should have been more stuff in it.
But I don't need shock value in Star Wars.
I didn't need shock value. I needed dirt value.
Yeah, I guess.
I needed grunge.
I was fine
PG-13.
with it.
It's a good movie. I'll give it that. I'll give it a good movie.
You know,
I would watch it again. I'd buy it to own it.
Woody Harrelson's character. I mean, that was kind of obvious. I mean, I don't like it when a movie's overly predictable, and I knew he was going to do something messed up and turn on Han. I knew he wasn't going to die or retire. There was a possibility. I went into it kind of thinking, oh, this guy's going to die heroically, but he's kind of a sleazeball. And when he said, don't trust anybody, I kind of knew what he was talking about. I was like, oh, he's even talking about himself. You know, he kind of had that. Woody pulled that off, portraying that rather obviously.
Yeah.
And because of that, because Woody's so good at what he does, and he portrayed it so accurately, there was no room for error, and I at least went into it knowing that this guy was going to screw him over. Big time. And so it was rather predictable, you know. I've not seen Ant-Man and the Wasp yet.
Hi, Ruby. I just want to say hi to you. Sorry, I'm looking at the comments for you guys.
How about that?
I hope you feel better.
How about that Shazam
oh my God, Taylor Levy.
That looks so good. It looks like it kind of reminded me of Big.
It's a great kids movie. It's going to be a fantastic kids movie.
No, but think about it. You ever see the movie Big with Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of a superhero version of Big.
It's going to be
this
fantastic.
Kid becomes
it's going to be great.
This kid becomes an adult when he says Shazam.
I don't know. I thought he doesn't become the adult.
Oh, he does. Oh, yeah. They got another actor.
No.
Watch
I mean,
the
he's a
trailer.
kid, though.
Watch the trailer.
No. He becomes... Shazam appears, but I don't think I think they're still apart. Because I always see Shazam walking next to him, or the kid beside Shazam or behind Shazam. We can pull it up right now.
I thought that was his friend.
No, that's him.
The same kid?
Yeah,
hold on. I didn't catch that. See, I didn't catch that.
No, because I was thinking the same thing.
I thought that was
a
different kid.
No, I don't think it is. We can check.
So he doesn't become Shazam. Shazam appears before him.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, they can't.
For those of you who are waiting to watch this, I'm going to post it in the comment. I'm going to post it for you guys in a second. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I took it wrong.
I don't know. But I want to see that film.
I want to see it too.
That'll be excellent.
If you haven't seen it, or if you haven't seen the trailer for it, you need to go watch it. It was a good thing to wake up to this morning. And I also saw Aquaman.
Aquaman looks really good.
Okay, look.
Well, he doesn't have it yet. It's a long trailer. And people were making fun of me because my trailer, the trailer for Star Wars Will of the Force is almost finished. And it's 8 minutes long, I think, last tally. 8.5 minutes long. We're not going to give you all 8 minutes.
Oh my God, he hits him in the face with a crutch.
But
Sorry.
she's off. She's
I'm not doing
somewhere else. But yeah. See, Justin says the kid becomes Shazam.
No, I'm watching. Hold on, I'm gonna watch it right now. Let's see if I can correct myself or not.
I made a mistake too, and I'm willing to own up to my mistake. I'm willing to own up to my mistake. I had said that they did not say booyah. He did not say booyah. Cyborg did not say booyah in Justice League. And I was pissed off. I was like, that kind of was a big letdown. You wanted to hear the booyah. I had said that in a previous podcast. I think it was the one before this one. And I was wrong. He did say it. I watched it again. He said, booyah. So I stand corrected. I was wrong.
Okay, I stand corrected. Hold on.
We were both wrong.
Wait, hold on. Is that his friend?
That's his friend.
Hold on.
That's not the same kid.
Hold on. Okay, it's not the same kid, but... Hold on. Keep talking about something. Yeah, obviously it doesn't apply.
No, obviously it doesn't apply.
Sit down.
See, that's his friend. That's not
Okay,
him.
no, I see it now. When I first watched the trailer...
I love being right.
Shut up. When I was first... Okay, I see it now.
I was right.
It's just because he's got it... Okay.
You were wrong. You were.
Okay, and I admit it.
Okay. She admits it.
I admitted it earlier. I was like, okay, I'm wrong. You didn't hear me say that loudly?
But you're not wrong that often, so can I enjoy it a little bit?
No.
Okay.
Taylor Levy, just own my heart.
Exactly. So
He was amazing as Chuck.
we are all
Has anybody seen the Teen Titans trailer? Have you seen it?
Teen Titans Go?
No, the live action one.
No, I have not.
Oh my God, Starfire looks horrible. It's not okay. But anyway,
I want to see the Teen Titans Go movie. I hear that it's like hugely popular right now. Like people are loving that. It's like got a lot of
Is it?
references and stuff. Yeah, Superman's in it. Like everybody's in it, and it's like, holy crap!
I'm trying to copy and paste.
It's so
the-
epic. What else you got? Oh, we are also, for those of you that are following our careers or our movie careers, we are also in Eyes of Darkness, Blood Moon. It is a vampire film. Those of you who've heard earlier podcasts, we've kind of told you a little bit about it. I won't really go into that much of it right now, but it is a pretty cool vampire flick. We're deep into production on that one. We've already started production on World before, so we're kind of doing 2 at once.
I apologize, Dustin, for being wrong.
Justin.
I felt like I should directly apologize to you.
Yes.
I got it right here.
Justin says he read the comic.
Yeah, I know. I got it right here.
Anyway,
I want to post Aquaman too.
yeah, Aquaman. I can't.
Looks
wait for that. That's gonna
amazing.
Aquaman. It's so funny because remember Big Bang Theory made fun of Aquaman when Raj had to be Aquaman in costume. He's like, Aquaman sucks. I don't want to be Aquaman.
I don't want to talk to fish.
He wouldn't have said that if that movie had come out before they made that episode. He'd be like, hell yeah, I want to be Aquaman.
Yeah, no.
Aquaman's cool, man.
Aquaman, I mean, it's Jason Momoa, so.
He's badass.
It's Jason Momoa.
I'd have been really disappointed if they made Aquaman weak. You know, I wouldn't have liked that. I love that thing on Family Guy where he's like, I'm gonna throw a starfish at you. If you don't like starfish, you're really gonna hate what I just did. Oh my God, I was dying. That's one of the funniest sequences I've ever seen. It cracks me up even thinking about it. I'm gonna throw a starfish at you. I got fish.
I love it.
It's like awesome.
I love it.
But
Let's see. Oh, hi, Haley.
who's Haley?
That's my friend Haley. Hi, Haley.
Nice.
Shouts to
Well,
Haley.
now her friends are here, so now she's gonna put on a show. Okay, here's where the show actually
No.
begins.
What are you talking about?
Here's where it
Haley's
gets fun.
amazing. Hold on.
What else are we gonna talk about?
Hold on. What?
What else are we gonna talk about?
We were talking about stuff earlier. What were we gonna talk about on here? I mean, we can politely go down the rabbit hole. We were talking about Harry Potter the other day.
This whole show has been a rabbit hole. Wait, the way we usually... Okay, I promised you guys behind the scenes, because this podcast is fried. There people listening to this have already fallen asleep. They're like, I can't see what's going on. I don't get the references. So you guys do, and for you guys, I'll explain. But the way we normally do a show is we normally talk about... This is the first time we've ever done the live, so it's kind of awkward. We're kind of off our game. We're not concentrating like we normally do.
Yeah, no.
It's a lot easier, and we're able to stop. Like, we're able to hit stop and then take a break, talk about it, come back, hit play. So what you're hearing on the podcast, on a normal podcast, is a lot of editing. A lot of editing out the crap that, we didn't... All this stuff we're talking about now. We didn't edit out. And probably will be on the final podcast. Final podcast is going to be about 3 minutes long.
About 3 minutes. 3 minutes of actual talking.
3 minutes of actual talking, that's it. So once I edit everything out, we'll have a 3-minute podcast. So, yay, you guys will be able to listen to it on your way to the gas station.
Yeah.
I got it. But normally what we do is we start off with news, movie news, what's going on in the world of movies, comics, everything. Theater, film, anything nerdy, electronics.
Here, I have something. I'm excited to see Ant-Man and Wasp.
Cars, I'm excited to see, so am I.
Yeah, I still haven't seen Incredibles 2. I want to see it really bad.
I want to see that. That's going to be awesome. I didn't know that was out already.
Yeah, it's already... I'm pretty sure it's out.
You may be right. You're probably right. I just haven't been paying attention.
I think it is, because I think I saw it
We had been
advertised.
heavy into production on these films, so it was like, yeah. It's been a rough ride.
If anybody out there has
seen
it, please let me know if it lives up to par.
Lives up to the hype, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be as good as the first one.
It's out because there's movie times
Nice.
near us. Yeah.
Cool. But normally we do that, like we talk about movie news. Now let's not get into a movie news segment, okay? Because we're not talking about that.
June 5th.
But 15th. Yeah, we do movie news, and then we do a rant on what we don't like. What's pissing us off. Like, for example,
What were we just
I don't want to get that controversial right now.
It's okay. We don't have to.
Talking about gun.
No, we don't have to. We can simply leave it as anything that you do before the age of 25, 30 really should be chalked up to a dumbass mistake and, not full development in your adulthood. I mean, unless it's like super fucked up, but like jokes are acceptable.
But then I'm more with the overreacting.
Yeah,
I think Disney way overreacted.
Yeah,
I mean, the
I
guy
think
did a
so, too.
tweet, 10 years ago?
Yeah,
And,
way before
did
he
they even watch any of his films that he
Yeah.
made? I mean, he's off color. That's what he does.
Yeah.
He's risque. It's like, criticizing...
It's like criticizing a model who, like, has, good morals and stuff like that. Criticizing her for doing a nude shoot on the beach.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something like that.
I don't want to get into all this political stuff, but yeah, I think he got a raw deal, and I think Disney way overreacted. And it's because people are so sensitive. People are so,
Everybody's so
oh my
sensitive
God.
nowadays, and I try to stay out of it as much as possible.
Like, they're just
I really
words,
do.
dude. They're just words. They
I
don't
really
mean
do
nothing.
try to stay out of it as much as possible.
I mean, if he'd have knocked a girl over the head and dragged her behind a dumpster, I'd say, okay, yeah, crucify the guy. But he said words. What happened to sticks and stones?
Yeah. Yeah. What happened to that? Like, I don't know.
I mean, somebody tells you a joke that's too over the top, like off color, or something that's just so controversial.
No, it's okay.
Wait. Let me get this out. If somebody tells you a joke that's a little too uncomfortable for you as a person, maybe it hits a little too close to home, or it's a little too off color, or it's a sensitive subject that offends you in some way, like killing baby chickens or something, something that makes you go, oh my God, he killed a baby chicken. Or this guy pulled a baby tree out of the ground when he was trying to shoot a film. Yeah, exactly. So if you're one of those people that are overly sensitive, my advice to you is learn to let some stuff go. Like, seriously, somebody says something that offends you, and I'm saying this as one who does a lot of offending. I offend a lot of people. Like my jokes can get a little.
He offends me on a daily basis.
Yeah, my jokes can get a little out there at times, and offends or entertains.
A little bit both. A little bit both.
But if you're easily offended, just let it go.
Let it go. Let it roll off your back.
Be like, yeah, that and you could tell them, hey, that wasn't funny. I mean, that's basically what it should have been with Gunn. They should have said to him, hey, man, that wasn't funny.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
Don't do it again.
Bad.
Retro.
You know. Yeah, we realize you were young and stupid. You got to be young and stupid to be older and wiser. I get that, because that's how you become older and wiser, is to be young and stupid. There has never been a wise man that has not done something stupid as a kid, because you learn from failure. And the only way you're going to fail is to be
And I swear to God, before 25...
Most people are stupid. No offense to anybody.
No offense to anybody who has their shit together before 25, but
it'd be a real Dave move, Dave.
Yeah.
You ever see that commercial?
Yes.
I love that commercial. Be a real Dave move, Dave. But they don't. A lot of people won't get that joke. It's a local commercial. This guy totally offended guys named Dave, and then said, "I apologize if your name is Dave."
Have you seen that episode of Parks and Rec where it's throw Tom's in the river?
Yeah.
Or I can't remember what it is, but it's a name, and it throws them in the river. Or Ben, I don't know. Ben, I think it might be Ben.
Great. So we go on our rant, and we rant about things like we just gave you an example of what a rant would be like. And so we'll rant about stuff. And then we go down the rabbit hole. And down the rabbit hole is where, in our show, we just talk about everything and anything, whatever pops into our heads.
I'm not filtered either, it's great.
Unfiltered.
I can say the F word.
The language is, anything goes. There's no holds barred. It's just down the rabbit hole. It's a totally different dimension.
I really should have worn my Alice shirt.
You should have.
I really should have.
But, you love to do that. You love to just derail my train of thought. Like just.
It's not my fault. I'm so distracting.
Right into the ground. Thanks for that. Appreciate that. I'm like trying to picture you. Never mind.
Thanks, Stephen.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
We're talking about wardrobe.
Yes. Duh.
So anyway, that's going down the rabbit hole. And so that's what we normally do. We didn't do that this time. We rambled on for, my God, an hour and 1 minute, and held you guys sort of prisoner. I mean, a lot of you have left, a lot of you have come back, and we're still here, and we're still talking about the same damn thing.
I'm still running my mouth.
So with that, I'm going to close this out with you guys, and if you want to hear the rest of this where we really go down the rabbit hole, when we get off of here, we're going to have a little fun. So I'll let you know when I post it. Keep subscribe to our YouTube page as always. Get on there and.
Wait, Taylor! Hey, Taylor! That's Taylor, the one I told you about.
Oh, what's up, Taylor?
What's up, Taylor?
You'll have to watch the rerun. Anyway, so.
I have to watch the rerun.
I know, he's leaving right as we're saying goodbye.
Damn! Why didn't you get on earlier?
Like our YouTube page, I'll have a link to it.
I'll send you the SoundCloud stuff, bro.
All that good stuff. So we'll have a link to SoundCloud, a link to YouTube, and like our YouTube page you follow, because that's where we're going to be posting all of our trailers and teasers and all of the good things with Star Wars, and you'll want to see that. Peace.
Bye, guys.